Hey, welcome back to the channel. Senesi Yoga. I'm Tim, and today we're going to do a Vinyasa yoga class. So I have a couple of props for today's class, a couple blocks, and also a strap. It's almost Halloween, so I'm wearing a very spooky shirt today. All right, so we're going to start off one of my favorite ways, which is relaxing and lying down. But don't worry, we'll get right into doing some core work after that, some standing poses, and then we'll mellow out. So we're going to start off lying down because it's a great way to let the body open up. Let go of some of the stress and tension you're holding onto, so your body will move better once you've done that. So we're just going to start off in this position. Now I have pretty tight shoulders, so I really like to open up my shoulders as I start out. So we'll start off with cactus arms and Baddha Konasana legs. So just take a few moments here and feel where you're holding tension in your body. So you might notice in your hips, in your shoulders, but then also notice the more subtle places like in your scalp, in your jaw. So much tension held in the jaw. A lot of frustration, anger is held up in the head and the jaw and the scalp. So see if you could just start to let go. And for this next half hour or so that we're going to be here, I want you to really focus on just being in your body, sensing, feeling, and not pushing or forcing. When you take breaks, honor your body. Then bring your knees together and take your feet the width of your mat. And as you inhale, let your knees swivel over to the right and look to your left. And as you exhale, come back to center. Inhale, knees over to the left, look to your right. Exhale, come back to center. One more time. Inhale to the right with the knees as you look to your left. Exhale, back up. Inhale, change sides. Exhale, back up. Then come back into Baddha Konasana legs, soles of the feet together, knees apart. Stretch your arms up, open up across your lower back. And as you inhale, slowly let the arms go back. But as your arms go back, your rib cage is going to want to tip up towards the ceiling. Instead, aim your ribs straight down towards your hips. So you feel like your abs have to work a little bit. But don't squeeze too much to where you block the energy flow in the body. Bring the arms back up. And change the clasp, other thumb on top. Inhale, slowly let the arms reach back. Then bring your arms back up. Bring your knees together. Hug your right knee into your chest. And stretch your left leg out along the floor. Then change legs, hug your left knee in, and stretch your right leg out. All right, now let's start to wake up the core muscles. So your core helps to stabilize your whole body, so we want to have a little bit of core awareness. So find your neutral lower back. You're not flattened, you're not arched, but you're right in the middle. And maintain that, keep your neck long, keep the whole spine long, bring one leg up into tabletop, and then the other. Feel your abs turn on, and then slowly lower your right knee away from you, keeping the lower back long, neck long, and then change legs. So feel your abs turn on to hold your lumbar spine. And then keep going side to side here. So your strong core is helping to stabilize, but you're not squeezing so aggressively to, again, where you're blocking the energy flow. Then take your arms up. Let's make it a little more tricky. Now as you take your right leg forward, stretch your left arm back, and as you exhale, maybe stretch the right leg all the way out. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, change sides. Feel your neck and lower back long. Exhale, back up. Inhale, change sides. Exhale. Inhale, back up. Exhale. And keep going now, side to side. we'll start to pump the hips and the shoulders a bit as we warm up the core. And then bring both knees up. Now curl up to your knees, arms forward. And now really squeeze your low abs in, so we're going to work the rectus abdominis. Squeeze the top abs into the low abs, and then slowly stretch your right leg forward and lower it slowly. Come back up, change sides. Change sides. Keep going. And then bring your hands up and over to the outside of the knee. Oblique time. Use your exhalation to crunch up. And then last part of the obliques, lower your head down, open your arms up to the side, kind of anticlimactic. Inhale the knees over to the right a bit without your letting your left shoulder lift. Exhale to center. Inhale over to the left a bit without the right shoulder lifting. Exhale back to center. And just keep going side to side like this. Just make sure that the movement is controlled, you're not letting your body flail around. Good, then set your feet down, stretch your arms up, and as you exhale, let's practice rolling all the way up to seated. Ooh, maybe you can cheat and grab the backs of the knees, and then sit up tall, and as you inhale, slowly roll yourself back down, reach your arms back, and then exhale, roll yourself up. Good, 2 more times. Try to roll down evenly through the spine. And remember, you can give yourself a little tug up with the backs of the legs if it's difficult to get yourself back up. Last one. Good, then cross your legs and come onto your hands and your knees. Round your back and look back at your navel as you exhale, cat-cow. Inhale, wheel your chest forward. Exhale to round your back. Inhale to arch. And then come into neutral spine. Take your right hand behind your left wrist and start to crawl it over to the side without letting your hips twist. Take a breath in, and then see if as you exhale you can crawl a little bit deeper. This is a little bit different than doing like the full thread the needle or lower the shoulder down. But if you want to do that one instead, that's cool too. Come back to center, and then slide your left hand behind your right wrist and start to crawl over to the side. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, see if you can spin the ribs a little bit deeper. Oh, this feels so nice. Okay, come back onto your hands and your knees. And then stretch back into your first child's pose. And just remember, child's pose can be used instead of down dog anytime. If you feel like you need a break, you've done too much on your wrists or your shoulders, or a pose isn't working for you today, just stretch back into child's pose. Remember, yoga is not a competition. There will be no awards given at the end of this video, so just take it at your own pace today. Be in your body. Then come back up onto your hands and your knees, curl your toes under, lift your knees and stretch back. So I'm glad that I gave that disclaimer because we're gonna finish the core series right now. We're gonna go right back into the core stuff. So you can always set your knees down prematurely if you need to. As you inhale, glide into plank pose, bring your shoulders over the heel of the hand, firm the legs, Firm everything into the midline, but don't round your back to do it. Keep your shoulder blades on your back and open up across your chest. And as you exhale, slowly glide back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. And exhale into dog. Feel that your core is pulling you up, but keep connecting down through your hands into the floor. Instead of trying to jam yourself back, almost create resistance, like you're trying to stretch your chest towards your arms as your hips and your thighs pull you back. That's how you get longer. Inhale one more time into plank. And exhale, glide back. Feel your core turn on to help pull you back. Then as you exhale, shift into plank pose and pull your right knee up to your chest. Round your back, pull up. Inhale into one-legged plank. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, one-legged plank. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, stretch back and change legs. Exhale, pull your left knee up. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, reach back. Then come onto plank on your forearms and hold there. Tuck your belly up. Take your feet hip distance apart, and as you pull your belly up, turn your hips an inch to the right. Come back to center. Turn an inch to the left. Back to center. Turn an inch to the right. Squeeze your abs in. Back to center, inch to the left, back to center. Come back up onto your hands, almost over I hope. Stretch back, downward facing dog, or child's pose, your call. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. As you inhale, make a flat back, elongate your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, make a flat back. Walk your hands out into plank pose, one handprint at a time. Hold in your plank, pull your belly up, then bring your right knee up to your right outer elbow. Stretch it back, change legs, left knee up to your left outer elbow. Stretch it back, and then glide back to down dog, one hand at a time. Walk your hands back to your feet. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms up. Exhale, Samastiti. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Walk your hands out, one handprint at a time. Hold your plank, then bring your right knee up to your left elbow. Squeeze, pull up, stretch back, left knee to your right elbow. Stretch back, glide back to down dog, and one hand at a time, walk it back. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale, Samastiti. Vrikshasana, tree pose. So now we're all warmed up, let's hold some standing poses and get into the flexibility. Bring your heel onto the inside of your left thigh. Then bring your palms together. Stand up tall with your chest open. Then once you're steady, take your arms up to the ceiling. Now a little variation I've been enjoying in this pose, you can keep your arms up, or this really nice stretch for the tight shoulders, bring your hands to prayer, slide the hands behind your head. As you turn the elbows in towards each other, let the rib cage move back into the body and stretch from the outer armpits up into the elbows. Take your arms back up and bring your hands back down. I love that one. I took that from like a Vinyasa yoga book. It's one of my favorite stretches. Take your left heel up onto the inside of your right thigh. Join your palms together. And then raise your arms up once you're steady. And if you'd like to try the variation, you can do the Vinyasa yoga variation. Take your arms back up and lower back down. Good. Now let's prepare for standing poses. So this is where I have the blocks. I like to use some blocks for side angle and triangle usually. Helps to give me a little bit more lift and support. Take your legs wide apart and spread your arms out. So first stand in Utthita Hasta Padasana, open up through your feet and grow tall through the line of your ankles. Nothing leaning back, nothing leaning forward. Turn your left leg in slightly, turn your right leg out 90 degrees. Bend the right knee and make sure that your right knee is tracking in line with your second, third toe. It's not twisted in at all. Then from there, tip from your pelvis out over your right leg and place your hand down. If you don't have a block, you could use a water bottle or something. And take your left arm all the way over your ear, or you could also just rest your forearm onto your thigh. Now feel a long line of energy from your back ankle to your fingertips on the top hand. Make sure, look down at your knee, make sure it didn't twist in. Breathe through your nose. Feel that you're not overdoing, but don't just hang out and be lazy. Reach, open up in the pose. Enhance the flow of energy with your breath. Inhale, come back up. Turn the legs to the other side. The right leg angles in slightly. The left leg turns all the way out. Bend the left knee. Check to make sure knee is in position. Then tip from your pelvis out over your thigh and place your hand down onto the outside of your foot. Connect into your back outer heel and stretch your arm all the way over your ear. Look for a long line of energy from your back ankle to the fingertips on your top hand. Then reach to your feet, inhale, come back up. Turn your legs for triangle to the other side. Then reach out over your straight right leg and place your hand down. Make sure that the knee isn't twisted in at all. The knee is still pointing in line with the second, third toe. Reach your side ribs away from your hips. Then spin your chest and take your arm up. So feel that the spine is elongating nicely in the same direction the right toes are pointing. And then there's a little bit of twist coming from above your navel. Energize the arms. Press to your feet and come back up. Turn your legs to the other side and reach out over your left leg. One of the things I'm always amazed at when I meet some of you guys in person, like when you come on retreats and stuff or come to workshops, I'm always amazed at how well you guys follow instructions on these videos. Like I'll look at some of your standing poses, I'm like, wow, you guys really paid attention. You're like really trying to do these actions. So I'm always pretty impressed at how well you guys do. All right, so really feel that the back outer leg is reaching. You're feeling that you're grounding the back heel. And as you turn the left thigh out, look for the elongation. Turn from above your navel. Not about how much you can twist though. Stay connected in the length of the spine as you're twisting. Then press into your feet and come back up. Feet parallel, bring your hands on your hips. Roll your shoulders back, inhale. Exhale, fold forward in between your legs. Keep your hands on your hips for the first 3 breaths. Then set your fingertips down and inhale, make a flat back. Exhale, walk the hands back, let your head drop. Inhale into a flat back. Now here's where your strap might come in handy. Come all the way up and either interlock your hands behind your back or take your hands in a strap and roll your shoulders back. If you have really tight shoulders like me, this will help you to open the chest. And then start to fold forward in between your legs. Then last one, release your strap or your hands, grab your big toes, and then bend your elbows out to the side. Inhale into a flat back. Bring your hands to your hips, come all the way up to stand. Then turn your left foot out, step up to the top of your mat, mountain pose. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, make a flat back, lengthen. Step back into down dog or take a vinyasa. Vinyasa means do chaturanga, up dog, and then down dog. Then from down dog, shift into plank, pull your knee up, lift up high, step your foot all the way up by your right thumb. Lower your back knee down. Then bring your hand onto your right knee, lift from your belly, and upright yourself. Raise your left arm. And as you exhale, turn your ribs, hook your elbow to your knee. Then join your palms together. You can hold here, or to make it a little more challenging, curl your back toes under and lift your back knee up. Then bring your hands back down to the mat. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee up, and step back to down dog or out of vinyasa. Step your left foot all the way up by your left thumb. Lower your back knee. Bring your left hand to your left knee and come up strong through the midline. Raise your right arm. Turn from your ribs and hook your elbow to your knee. Join your palms together, chest open. Then bring your hands back down to the mat. Curl your back toes under. Lift your back knee and step back to down dog or take a vinyasa. Then look in between your hands and hop through to seated. Lie down onto your back. And come into bridge pose. Lift your hips up. Roll up onto the tops of your shoulders, and as you press your upper arm bones down, grip the backs of your legs, but keep your knees pointing straight ahead. As you inhale, slowly lower your buttocks back down. And as you exhale, lift right back up again. Inhale, slowly lower your buttocks back down. Exhale, lift up, but don't let the knees push out. The knees will want to twist out, which makes your glute max take over. Instead, stay right with the knees on a track with the ankles and feel the backs of the legs turn on evenly, inner and outer hamstrings. Now move the buttock towards the backs of the knees. And as you inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, back up. 2 more times, feel your abs turn on. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, back up. Last one. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, lift back up. Now hold here or position your hands for Urdhva Dhanurasana. And if you'd like to go all the way up, then you can go up onto your head and go all the way up. Otherwise, just work this wrist stretch. Lower your butt back down. Lower your arms back down. Then gently bring your knees into your chest. And take happy baby, reach onto the insides of your knees. Grab a hold of your big toes or the outsides of your feet. Then set your feet down and stretch your legs out for Shavasana. Final relaxation, corpse pose. So for a moment, just feel your body. Notice the feeling of energy moving in your body. How much different it feels than at the beginning of class or before you started. It's like yoga's like magic. It makes you feel so good on the inside. So just be aware of the feeling, the shift in energy. Let the body start to calm down again. Relax in the hands and in the feet. Did your jaw start to take over? Relax the jaw again. Relax the muscles in your face. Completely let go. Then gently bend your knees. Roll over to your right side and press yourself up to seated. Bring your palms together. Thank you. Namaste. Thanks for taking this time to practice with me today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Share the video too. Spread the love. Hope you have a great day today. Hope you feel good after today's practice. And one last question. We're thinking about doing a Yoga for Surfers series. Are there any surfers that watch this channel? If you want to see that, comment below. Okay. Have a great day.